Floor using his dribble, goes to Perry, who's guarded closely by Hampton. Perry comes back towards the UK logo, now to Reddick. He'll take a long three, no good. Rebound comes down to George Rogers Clark, as it's going to be Morton to pace it the other way for the Cardinals, leading by 6. 7.5 minutes in this third quarter, as it's poked away for a moment and stolen by Travis Perry. Perry, one-on-one to the rim, up and under, layup is good.
By Perry, great finish too.
And the start Lyon County won it, 30-26. George Rogers Clark by 4. And the possession. Morton using a right-hand dribble. Crossover, step back, his three on the way, no good. Rebound comes down to Jack Reddick. He'll push it for the Lions. Reddick into the front court, all the way to the rim. His floater is gone. 4 quick points for the Lions. And it's a 2-point game, 30-28. On the return, it goes to Hampton. Now to Maxwell. As Maxwell gives it off now underneath to Parrish. He turns against a double team, no good, but he's fouled, as it looks like it is going to be either Nelson or Breedlove. They're going to call that on Nelson. And it will send Parrish to the foul line to shoot 2. Parrish had a wonderful second quarter. 9 points on 3 threes.
Yes, they were like 3 in a row too.
As the free throw is good. You've been on such streaks before, if I do recall.
Few times. Only difference is I would have got another one up, you know.
You're not settling at 3.
No.
Both those free throws are good. 32-28. Never saw a shot you didn't like, did you?
Absolutely not.
It'll be Lyon County, the possession, trailing by 4. 6.5 minutes left in the third. It is a nice take by Nelson. Couldn't finish it, though, and it's going to come out to George Rogers Clark. They push it as it's lost for a moment by Parrish. He'll circle back around and reset the offense for the Cardinals. Parrish. Straight away now as it comes to Edwards, all the way to the rim. Now gives it back out to Parrish. Pump fakes. He'll take a right side 3. It rims out. Rebound is fought for. It goes out of bounds off of GRC, I believe, to Lyon County. So the Lions of possession, trailing by 4, 32-28. Reddick paces it into the front court for the Lions. Reddick, couple of crossovers, goes off a Perry screen. Now gives it back to Perry. He's going to take an open 3, but it won't count because it's a moving screen, I believe, called on Breedlove. And so, offensive foul against Lyon County.
You got to be ready at all times when you're guarding Perry, because their screens come out of nowhere.
And it will be GRC the ball. They're trying to find ways to get Perry involved in the offense. GRC doing a wonderful job, doing as best they can to shut him down.
They are doing a great job.
He comes to Hampton, now straight away to Edwards. He'll take a straight up 3 and bury it.
I did not know Edwards had that in the bag.
Lyon County kind of seemed a little surprised.
I like it though, shoot a big fella.
35-28, George Rogers Clark, 5.5 minutes in the third as it goes to Perry on the far end. Now straight away as Perry puts the dribble down to shoulders, into the lane, goes up strong and in, and he's fouled. Shoulders will go to the foul line for the 3-point play. Mentioned earlier, celebrating his 17th birthday. He wants his birthday to include a trip to the Final Four.
That'd be a great birthday present.
Sure would. This is and 1, free throw is good. It's back to a 4-point Lyon County deficit, 35-31 Cardinals. Cardinals possession. It is Morton as he goes off of a high double screen, crosses over his dribble into the lane, gives it off. Hampton, a straightaway 3, it's gone. They continue to rain threes.
It's getting hot in here.
Hampton his third 3, it's 38-31, George Rogers Clark. Perry works towards the offside of the floor, crosses it over. He'll take a contested 3, no good. Rebound comes long, no. Nelson turns, pump fakes, puts it in.
Back to a man rebound right there.
It was, and he went to work. 5-point deficit, 38-33, 4:40 left in this third quarter. As it is Morton. He goes to Parrish now. Parrish in between 2, goes to the rim and puts it in. And a timeout for George Rogers Clark. It is a 30-second timeout, but right now It is currently a 3-point barrage for George Rogers Clark. As it's time now until yesterday.
Right.
As 16, I believe, was a number by Mel yesterday. Previously, or 15, I should say. Previously held by a Mason County team that had a rising star on it that y'all may have heard of. It's sitting to my right.
Long time ago.
It is George Rogers Clark by 7. Lyon County the possession. 40-33. 4:08 in this third quarter. It goes now into the corner to Shoulders. As Shoulders puts down the dribble, now directing traffic, gives it out to Perry just in front of half court. Perry now is going to be a timeout from Coach Perry. It is a 30-second timeout. March Madness in full swing. Is a lot of folks fans do not care for.
I mean, it's tough for a Kentucky fan.
It is.
Hate both teams. Who do you root for? Huh?
That's a good question. Is Duke and Tennessee down low? Nice pass. Breedlove for the dunk. A nice backdoor cut for Breedlove, and it's back to a 5-point deficit for Lyon County. And Coach Perry urging on his defense.
Coach Perry got some great plays in that playbook.
Yes, he does. Lyon County has executed them perfectly out of timeouts. Hampton, another three. That's good. His fourth three, the team's 11th. And again, the record for threes is 15 in a game at the state tournament, set yesterday by Mel. That's suddenly reachable as it comes now to Perry. Perry off of a high screen goes to Nelson, back to Perry. As he takes a behind the back dribble, back to Nelson. Now on the near side as it's Reddick. Reddick brings it back out. 43-35, GRC. Reddick, crossover, into the lane, spins, turns, puts one up off the glass and in. Nice move, Jack Reddick.
That was a great, tough shot by Jack right there. That was great defense by Morton. There's nothing you can do right there.
Some great plays being made this third quarter by both sides. 43-37. GRC is Morton, a baseline drive underneath, reverse layup is good.
We get to that bucket, man.
It's 45-37 now. GRC by 8. 2:28 left in this third quarter. Lyon County again on the possession. It is going to be Perry. Perry's directing traffic. As Perry goes off of a high screen, he stops. 17-footer, no good. Rebound, fought for, comes down to GRC. And a near foul in the backcourt of Lyon County to no avail. It comes up to Morton. Morton, nice pass left side. Parrish layup, no good. Rebound comes down to Lyon County. Lyon County will push it as it's going to be Nelson up the floor to Reddick. Reddick all the way to the rim, takes contact, puts it up and in. Nice return by Reddick. He's got 6 in the quarter, 10 in the game.
He's made some tough layups.
And it's 45-39, George Rogers Clark. 1:45 left in this third. Parrish on the far side, channel defense from the Lyon students. And on the near side it comes, as it's going to be a three coming from Maxwell, no good. Rebound is going to be a foul underneath, I believe, on Lyon County away from the basketball. And that will send us to immediate timeout. 1:34 left in this third quarter. GRC leads Lyon County 45-39 on the Kentucky Utility Sweet 16 Network. 34 in the third, 45-39 as it's inbound and stolen by Travis Perry. See if the Lions can run with it. Up the right side it goes to Reddick. He thought about a three, puts the dribble down, takes it baseline, puts it up and in. There's the Lions in transition. Haven't had much of it, but they excel in that department.
Absolutely. And this Mr. Jack, Captain Jack, can I call him that?
I like it.
These new layups.
Sam I am on the other side.
Layup packages.
It's 45-41, GRC by 4 with the possession. Morton underneath, gives it back out. A three coming from Edwards is good. They've got 12. It will be Lyon County, the return.
I did not know Edwards could shoot like this.
Lyon County's giving them some space. They may need to lock him up a bit. As it's going to be Shoulders. Shoulders brings it back, now goes to Reddick. Reddick puts the dribble down, works towards the opposite block, gives it back out now as it comes to Nelson. He spins in the lane, off the glass and in. Great move, Braden Nelson. 48-43, George Rogers Clark by 5, 30 seconds left in this third quarter. As George Rogers Clark walks it into the front court, it is going to be Jerome Morton. As Morton, guarded by Perry. Morton gets by Perry all the way to the rim. Off the glass, no good, but draws the foul. That was a great first step by Morton working his way past Perry, then received help and got fouled.
Absolutely.
Jerome Morton, a 6'4" guard. Going to the foul line, mentioned earlier, 78.3% foul shooter. And he actually missed 2 on his first exchange, so he's due, and nothing but net.
I say Moorhead got them a good one coming.
That is the truth.
They got them a good one. See the coach right there, he's here watching.
He's got to be pleased with what he's seeing.
Absolutely.
One more for Morton, trying to give George Rogers Clark a 7-point lead with 15 seconds in the third quarter. Free throw, good. So Morton makes them both, 14 seconds left. GRC by 7. Reddick into the front court as he watches the clock, hands it off to Shoulders. There's Shoulders, looks for Perry in the corner. He'll take a step back, 3, it falls. It took a trip around the rim, a three-quarter court heave, no good, and that will. But bigger numbers on the three-point line for George Rogers Clark.
Yep.
And so we return on the Kentucky Utility Sweet 16 Network alongside Chris Lofton. I'm Eric Chumler and Carl Nathy as Perry gets the steal, hands it off to Shoulders. Shoulders underneath, he turns back around, now gives it out top to Perry. Back it goes to Shoulders. His open 3 off the glass, no good. Rebound is loose, comes back to Lyon County. Another chance for the Lions. Perry in between 3 defenders. Into the lane, gives it off left side. Reddick pump fakes, now takes it in. His floater is up and in. Jack Reddick continues with a hot second half. It's a 2-point game, 50-48. And the Lyon County faithful come to their feet. 7:20 left here in the final frame at Rupp Arena. On the far side of the floor, it's Jerome Morton. Morton using his dribble, brings it back out just a little bit. He'll reset at the top of the key. GRC by 2. Morton, a crossover dribble, stops, gives it out to Hampton. His 3, no good. Rebound to Lyon County, who can tie it or possibly take the lead. 50-48 Cardinals. Reddick into the front court, comes on the near side to Shoulders. Shoulders, left side to Perry. 3 for the lead. It's good! And the Lions roar in Rupp Arena. It's a 1-point lead for Lyon County, 51-50. How about that? A timeout on the floor as we have now Lyon County nursing a 1-point lead. We've had fun games all weekend. Why not one more?
Exactly. 6 minutes left.
Lyon County fans on their feet. GRC the possession. Morton to the rim, off the glass, no good, but he's fouled. And so that will send Jerome Morton, the 6'4" senior, to the foul line to shoot 2. And we've mentioned his free throw percentage, 78.3 coming into this tournament. Morton, his free throw, no good. He will have one more. Not often that I imagine he misses 3 or more in a game. His second free throw is no good.
You jinxed him.
I did. I did. It is 51-50. Lyon County by 1 with the ball. It is going to be Reddick straight away to Nelson. Right side to Perry, to Shoulders on the mid block. Shoulders against the defender, comes out to Perry. Perry puts down the left-hand dribble, thought about a step-back 3, instead gives it off to Reddick, who resets for the Lions. Reddick now goes to Nelson, off of a screen. Nelson straight away to Perry. He pump fakes, puts the dribble down between 2 defenders, brings it back out. Perry, a step-up 3, no good. Rebound comes down to GRC. On the return, it's Morton. Full head of steam, lobs it up underneath as it goes to Edwards, and it's taken away by Lyon County. The Lions have it up by 1, 51-50, 5:43 in regulation. It's going to go out to Reddick, who resets for the Lions. It is Rashawn Hampton guarding Reddick.
I love Lyon County. They're not in no rush. They're going to run their stuff. They're going to get a shot that they want.
Nelson to Perry. Now guarded by Hampton. Perry is heated up. Hampton staying on him. He gives it off now to Nelson. 1-point Lyon County lead. Nelson turns into the lane. Nice pass, but it's poked away and stolen by George Rogers Clark. On the return, it's Morton. Morton between a couple of defenders, brings it back out to reset. Now penetrates again, lobs it underneath to Maxwell, puts it up and in, and George Rogers Clark goes back up by 1.
Great play by Jerome right there.
It will be 52-51. GRC, 4:50 left in regulation.
A little change of defenses right here by GRC.
As it comes to shoulders, back out to Reddick. Reddick behind the back
good
dribble, but
defense.
it's taken away by the Cardinals. Up the floor it goes to Maxwell. His layup is good.
Good call by Coach Cook.
Four.
2-2-1 it looks like.
And it's
Or a high
resulted
2-3.
in a 4-0 run for the Cardinals.
Got a zone action.
Shoulders to Perry.
Yeah, you got to find him if you're playing zone.
It goes to Reddick. Back to Perry. As Perry lost it for a moment, comes back to Reddick. As Reddick goes back to Perry. He takes a spot up 3. That's short. Rebound to GRC. A 3-point lead for the Cardinals. 4 minutes left and a timeout for Coach Cook and the Cardinals, who comes out screaming, I think, essentially saying what you just said on air. You've got to know where Travis Perry is.
Absolutely.
As this, it will be into the front court, Jerome Morton. GRC by 3 with the ball. Morton all the way to the low block. Puts it off the glass. No good. Rebound comes down to Lyon County. Into the front court it comes. It's going to be Perry. Perry circles back around and will set up in the half court. As Perry gives it to Reddick. Reddick, the point man for this Lyon County offense. Now dribbles just in front of half court. Off of a high screen. Reddick crosses over his dribble a couple of times. Guarded by Morton. Reddick hands it off to Perry. A 3 for the tie. It's no good. Put back no good. Rebound comes down to George Rogers Clark. Morton on the push. All the way inside. Euro step stripped, but he's fouled. As it was Morton going to the rim, but trying to stop him was Nelson, but they get him with a shot across the arm, and it will be Morton to go back to the foul line to shoot 2. Morton documented already right now a rare 2 for 6 at the foul line. If he misses the first one, he might just try scooting back to the 3-point line for the second free throw. They've been almost automatic from that distance as the first one is good. They have had a wonderful game from the 3-point line. 12 made 3-pointers for George Rogers Clark. As a free throw by Morton is good. It will be 56-51. George Rogers Clark by 5. 3:22 left in this game. It comes into shoulders. Now to Nelson in the corner to Reddick. Reddick using a left-hand dribble. Goes back to Nelson. Back, but it's poked away for a moment, but Nelson comes away with it. Now to Perry. Perry on the right side to Reddick. Great full or half-court defense by the Cards. Comes left side to Perry. Now to Nelson. Out top it comes to Reddick. Back to Nelson. He penetrates into the lane. Goes back to Reddick. Reddick now into the corner to Perry, who will reset back to Reddick. In the corner now to Kirk.
Kirk, not a good place.
And you said it. It's going to be taken away by GRC and returned by the Cardinals. Mind reader you are, my friends. 2:40 left in the game. George Rogers Clark, a 5-point lead, but it's poked into the backcourt. Great effort by Travis Perry, but he came up empty. It comes back to the Cardinals. Morton underneath as it goes to Edwards. His layup no good, but a late whistle, I believe, is going to be a foul on the shot. And that will take us to a media timeout. With 2:28 left in the game, George Rogers Clark leads Lyon County 56-51 on the Kentucky Utilities Sweet 16 Network.
People put in a lot of time, a lot of work, a lot of effort, and just want to salute the media that gets the word out to the Commonwealth of Kentucky about the Sweet 16.
Great point. Mr. Nathy is, it's 2 rows here of media. You have the upper deck as well, has media up in it. It is a well-covered event, not just for the boys, but for the girls as well. And thank you to the KHSAA, Connor Link, and the entire crew at the KHSAA for allowing so much media in here to cover this event.
I didn't even realize we had media at the upper deck.
That's right, that's right.
Now I'm seeing it.
Free throw by Edwards is good. Thank you for that, Carl Nathy. As that is now a 6-point George Rogers Clark lead on the free throw by Edwards. One more with 2:28 left. His free throw is good. And so Lyon County's got to get to work. 2:25 left, down by 7.
Phil.
And Reddick trips. He gets it to shoulders, now to Perry. Transition sequence now as Perry turns, looks, gives it right side to Nelson. Baseline drive, hands it off to Shoulders for the layup. Back it comes to a 5-point deficit. 2 minutes left. 58-53. George Rogers Clark. It's now
action by Lyon County.
Parrish and Morton. As Morton goes into the corner to Hampton. But it's nearly taken away. In fact, it's loose, and it's out of bounds off Lyon County. It will go to George Rogers Clark. 1:49 left in this regulation. And checking in is going to be Lucas Breedlove.
Lucas Breedlove. He replaces number 10, Brayden Kirk.
The Cardinals have it. Leading by 5 for the kids from Eddyville, Kentucky and Lyon County. As the Cardinals, Morton on the near side goes in the corner to Hampton. Behind the back dribble, feeds it now left side. As Parrish thought about a 3, he'll bring it back out and nearly throws it away. In fact, he does, as it will go back to Lyon County with 91 seconds left. Don't go anywhere.
Yeah.
And that's something to note, is that there's only one team foul on George Rogers Clark. As it comes to Perry on the left-hand side, it now comes straight away to Reddick. 1:20 left, Lyon down by 5 with the basketball. Perry on the wing, takes it into the lane, stops, up and under shot, no good. Rebound comes down to George Rogers Clark. Morton trapped in the corner, trying to get rid of it, but it's going to be loose, taken away by the Lions. It goes in the corner. Perry, a 3, no good. Rebound to Shoulders. He lost it, taken away by George Rogers Clark. Into the corner it goes, and it's going to be a timeout for GRC. Kentucky Utility Sweet 16 Network is GRC trying to advance to the Final Four to face Frederick Douglass. Lyon County trying to do the same. They need a comeback, down by 5. 56.5 left in regulation. As walking it into the front court, it's going to be Jerome Morton looking at a half-court trap. It comes. He does get rid of it as it goes to Parrish. Parrish into the lane, goes right side to Hampton, who resets back to Morton. Morton between 2 defenders is going to be fouled, as I believe that is on Perry, I believe. And so they do get it into the hands of Jerome Morton, who is who they want to go to the foul line. If you're GRC, that is, I should say. And so the free throw by Jerome Morton is no good. 43 seconds left. It will be Perry to bring it into the front court. Goes left-hand side, now gets it back. Perry to Shoulders, mid-block. He turns baseline, looks, and calls a timeout, and that will be, as I look, there. So they will have 2 more timeouts after this. And you said it earlier, he's had some wonderful plays drawn up for the Lions out of timeouts. As we wait for the second horn to sound, you'll hear it in a moment. There it is, and we can conclude. 30.3 left in this final stanza as it comes out to Perry. Perry gives it now to Reddick. Reddick back to Perry. He pump fakes, and he's going to be fouled on the floor, as that is just the second team foul committed by the Cardinals with 25 seconds left, which...
That's a great foul. Jerome was stumbling there a little bit. Instead of letting Perry get that shot off, just fouling, take it out on the side.
25.4. Inbounds goes to Perry. As Perry gives it off now to Shoulders. Shoulders down to 20 seconds. Comes down the corner. Reddick. He'll take a left side 3. No good. Rebound comes down to Lyon. Nelson comes out to Shoulders. Tipped around. Now his left side to Perry. His 3. It's good. It's a 2-point game. Nail-biting win over Mail. 9.3 left. George Rogers Clark must go full length of the floor, leading by 2. Inbounds is going to go into Parrish. He's immediately fouled, so he will go to the opposite end to shoot 2 free throws. How much of a free throw shooter is he? He is 41 of 64 coming into the tournament, 64.1%. This is a big-time moment, and it will be the 5'11 senior guard Sam Parrish, as you have referenced. Sam I am at the line for 1 and 1. 8.9 left in regulation. Parrish. The front end of the 1-and-1. It's gone. It took a trip around the rim and came home.
Big free throw right there.
Mercy.
That's a big one.
He'll have one more. Parrish, one more free throw. His free throw is gone. It's a 4-point game, 8.9 left, and Lyon County's going to use its final timeout. Parrish.
3 in a row.
That's right. 8.9 left in regulation. Lyon County to go full length of the floor, down by 4. It is 2-2-1, three-quarter court pressure from George Rogers Clark. As we will await the second horn, which you will hear in 2, 1. There it is right there. We are ready to see the conclusion of this one this evening. It comes into Perry. Perry met by a double team at the right sideline. Perry, a contested 3 at the buzzer, near the buzzer, no good. Put back up by Shoulders, no good. And the defending champs will march on to the Final Four. They beat Lyon County tonight, 60-56. What an effort for the kids from Lyon County, putting the defending champs with their backs against the wall, but GRC comes through once again.
That's that. They've been here before, you know, like they didn't get rattled on that run from Lyon County. Lyon County went up 1 and they never got rattled, got into their offense, turned the defense up, and that's why they're the defending state champions.
Yes, they are. A wonderful job by both the Cardinals and the Lions. And it is the Cardinals coming away with a 60-56 win to advance to the semifinals tomorrow at 1:30 against Frederick Douglass. It is a great season for Lyon County, nonetheless.